Hi everybody, welcome back to GregTech New Horizons episode 10 with me, Sid. Now, for those of you who know, I've been poorly. I have had a stinking cold, not COVID, or at least I don't think it was. I did test, it was negative. I'm not testing repeatedly, time to move on. However, I've not recorded for a couple of weeks. First week I was absolutely in no state whatsoever to do anything. I managed to work, but because I was working from home, it made life, somewhat easier. But for the most part, I've been pootling around, and just to record straight, because I don't always record in order. If you have seen a video earlier this week, though, where my voice sounds better, that just means I did this one first. But I have done a little bit of work in here. We have got greens. We've got potatoes and carrots. We've got meat. We've got everything else. And fruit. And a little bit of this. This is going in there. I've also made myself up a few good meals. So I do want to... How many do I need? 6. 1, 2, 3... I know it will do stuff for me, but this is fine. So I've also got a tomato, which is spare because I can't harvest it. I've taken that lot up, and I think I also cooked up a few roasted chestnuts, just so we've got a little bit to go at there, maybe. So I'll take one of those, put one of those in there, because I'm going to eat it in a moment anyway. I put some things up here to put my bags on because they were getting a major pain in the bum. And I've got some chests with quest stuff up here. However, we're going to start off with a good old snooze, make sure our spawn is set, because I need to go. So thank you for everybody who pointed out this. So we have got coal, we have got everything, we've got copper, and I've opened up another copper over there. I haven't tunnelled this one down here yet, and of course that one's iron. So I'm just kind of working on the ores. I really could do with some more cassiterite. That would be a good one to find. And I've kind of filled this. I also replaced it with this fancy soil. What's it called? Garden soil. And I've put out some of these, which are pretty good because I can... They're max size, so they should be giving me... They don't always give me wood. That sounds wrong. But sometimes they do. Whereas a tree obviously has one slight advantage. Bit of dark oak out of those ones. But they don't take up much space. They grow quietly out the side, and there's no faffing around worrying about saplings. And I don't think there's anything really down there to show you. So yeah, I'm kind of there. Now I am a bit snotty still, so I apologise for that. It is going to unfortunately be part of reality for some time, I think. So I need to... Oh, that was what I wanted to have a look at my map, at where my nearest witch circles were, because there was one here that I knew about, but I knew there was another one somewhere. It's up there, which is closer. Probably 6 1/2 dozen t'other, to be honest. Need to go to that witch circle. Or witchery circle, I should say. I'm not 100% certain whether the witches there are aggressive, because it's so long since I've done old version witchery that I genuinely cannot remember. But while I'm out there, I could do with getting a little bit of chicken as well, because I'm kind of mixing up and making as many different. Let's do it with that, Mr. Choppy Chop. You, thank you. That will do. I don't need a lot, but any chickens that happen to be. There's only there's more up on the hillside. I'm not too worried. I do want to grab myself a little bit of chicky chick. Not a lot, but a little bit. Anyway, let us go. So, yeah, firstly, obviously, huge thanks to everybody and all of their amazing advice. Obviously, there's a lot. You got a lot of advice. I am reading it all. I don't. And I am hopefully taking it all in. But of the last week or so has not been brilliant for me retaining anything. And speaking about me talking too much, I'll be back in a moment. I want to get over to this witch hut, and I don't want to completely break out my voice before we get there. So I'll see you in a moment. All right, we are here. And this is actually not that interesting a thing to do if I can get myself in without what I actually would like to do. Let's clear that. Is grab that. That's all I wanted. Took a bit of doing, but totally worth it. And yeah, I just need a dispenser for a quest, which we can't make a dispenser yet, so that was recommended as the solution. And I shall not look a gift cow in the mouth, or a gift ground garden or two. I don't need to. I should be collecting them in pieces, shouldn't I, really? But there you go. And yeah, I mean, that was it. That was the exciting. Whoa! Don't want to be anywhere close to things where zombies can walk out of, or worse still, spiders. Spiders would be bad. Spiders are not your friend. Don't care what you think. I mean, I'm not particularly. No, I am am I arachnophobic? I don't know whether I'm arachnophobic or not. I used to be quite arachnophobic as a child, and one of the things about living in the UK, of course, is there is literally nothing spider-wise in this country that can hurt you. Nothing, not a zip. I mean, just more recently we're starting to get, I think it's false widows in the South Country from across in Europe, but even those are not dangerous to a healthy adult. So, you know, it's a peculiar kind of thing, being scared of something in a place where that thing can't hurt you. I suppose in some ways it's a bit like being scared of clowns, although I think clowns are an interesting fear model in their own right, because they I mean, obviously they have no inherent danger, but they freak people out, myself included. And mimes are evil. Oh, chicken egg, we'll get you. Yeah, so I just need to get back home, and then we can continue on and start looking at some of these quests. But I have been advised not to rush the quests too quickly, so I am taking that on advisement. Now, the other thing you will have noticed, which I didn't mention, is that the floor of the pads has completely changed into chiseled rock. And that is because nothing can spawn on that. Oh, I don't remember that being a feature of Chisel in 1.7, but maybe it was. I genuinely don't know. I just don't remember it being a feature of that. So, yeah, oh, I also made a crafting station and did some other bits and pieces and stuff and things and stuff, you know, all the good things. Right, I'm going to just basically munch my way through these little easy to eat things, and I'll put that away for now. So, let me just put my chicken away and my beef and my apple. Apples is good, they have lots of uses. I think everything else is a single item of food. Oh, and my eggy. Eggy. There we go. Right, let's do this. So, quest-wise, we have just completed this. To build a windmill, you'll need a dispenser, but that item is locked behind the next tier. Go find one. Blah, blah, blah. Got it? There, and we get an iron gear. Claim and back. That brings us to a simple wind meter, which we should be able to do right away. And we've got the Explorer tab. Okay, let's just run down here. We'll sleep the night away eventually. So let me have a look. Simple wind meter. Wool, string and sticks. Wool, string. Any sticks? Not right now, but there will be in a moment. I will be honest, the thing that I am finding probably the most tedious, if I'm, you know, going to give it a label, is this use of tools. But it's only the microcrafting, and I don't think it's really any worse than terra firma craft. It's just my memory is being a little bit selective. File and a saw. File. I made Damascus steel into the file. I thought that was the best usage. Gives me that. So you are going to give me paper covered wood frame, wool covered wood frame, leather covered wood frame. I don't know what's the choice. Gonna go there, I think. And that takes me to a windmill, which requires a primitive rotor, wind only. So you need your iron gear and 4. Oh, do you actually need? Wow. Interesting. So you need all of those plus all of those. We need to make some of that. Okay, let's pop you in there for now with that. I've got no idea what that coin's for, and I don't know what the wind meter does. The wind here seems to be common. That's just me, I'm afraid. Right, let's just go and have a look at the other stuff that I prepared, because I spent a lot of time running around making things. So, I have made a whole bunch of chests and slabs to make 4 oak drawers. I also made, and I think this is the way, no it's not, oak drawers, 4 of those. And then finally, and this was where it gets expensive in wood, which is why I started putting that little farm down. Oh wow, I made way too many slabs. Okay, well, I'm going to complain. And that completes the Better Than Barrels quest, which can give me a buttered potato. Thing, claim it all. There we go. Buttered potato, I've actually got in my lunchbox, but that's fine. Let's go and put that away. I obviously need to decide what I want to do with these and where I want to keep them, but for now, they can all go and play in there along with that. That can go up there. So yeah, I've decided, take your advice. I'm not going to bum rush anything. I'm just going to take it nice and steady and work out what we need to do. So compact drawers, it wants those, which... what do you mean I can't saw one in half? Okay, I need some more chesticles. And then that will give me framing drawers, which I'm not really bothered about, but it just clears the targets there. Now, over here, let's go upstairs, because I have been busy. In here is a number of items, which I don't know why I put them straight into the crafting grid. It doesn't help me. And the item we wish to make with these is these. So that's now complete. And now I need to make 2 iron chests, which I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with looking at the recipe. Up, we need things, and this is where I need to get my workstations and everything set up and nicely arranged with the tools. But oh, can I just jump onto the journey map and turn that off, please? Thank you. Right, so we're going to have get the right thing. 4 of those, 2 of those, screwdriver and a hammer. Okay. Two of those, a screwdriver and a hammer. Actually, I've got one that's a little bit more worn. Let's wear that out. And that will give me, to be honest, that is probably more useful to me, I think, because that gives me 4 iron chests now, which gives me a lot of flexibility. And of course, let's not forget the additional technician coins. I'm going to need so much storage. I also need to build a nice little kitchen area and do something with this, for example. Now, do I want to make iron, or do I leave you? Are you ever likely to be iron? I mean, I might want to bring this up to iron. I might want to bring that up to iron. But I've got some other stuff over here. Let me just put this lot away for now. And we have got to make... Now, some of this I am going to use. And some of this I am probably not going to use. And I've done that wrong. So I need a sear tank. And then I think if I look at here, I can go and make... come on. It'll be the last thing I look at. Not an oxygen, but there you go. This thing, an XP drain. So that goes in like that, and I'm going to assume we go with those and those. That will give me my XP drain, which will give me that, and that will give me a bucket. World Domination with Open Blocks book. Oh, you get them all. Okay, that's fine. So that was all the stuff I managed to pre-prep. The Open Blocks book was actually, as I recall, pretty good, because it told you all about some of the fun stuff like the block breakers and bear traps, the fan. I mean, yeah, this is definitely going to be a medium, but you can tell us they've gone, yeah, this is not going to just work, mate. You're going to have to work for it. Dropper, except it drops directly down. Jaded ladder. Oh yeah, that was the How do you make the jaded ladder? Can't remember. Man, that's a blast from the past. I'm trying to remember the name of the Curse Forge administrator, as worker, person, thing, jaded cat. That was it. Creator of Agrarian Skies, thank you. But that is a blast from the past. It really is. Does need to be in an assembler, and strangely enough, there doesn't appear to be a Steam one. So, okay, that's fine. I think what we'll do is I'll take one of those, and that can be for my library, because we're going to start getting stuff. I've now got 2 buckets, which is all handy, and let me just rest my throat for a moment, sort my inventory a little bit, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, so this windmill thing, and I do say windmill thing because I am not up to speed on windmill technology. I took the wool ones, which I thought I'd taken the Hoofer ones. So let's have a look at you. Recipe for that one is saw, hammer, and file. So a saw, hammer, and a file. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then we need wool ones. Recipe, which use carpet. Okay. Carpet we get by sawing up 2. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. I also need another 12 logs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we just bring you over there for a second. We can get those. Then we can put you back in. I don't actually need 12, I only need 4, but that's fine. All fine and dandy. And then uses, we need paper covered wooden frames. So I need another 12 sheets of paper. Wow, I've got it. I thought this was going to be actually difficult, but this is one of those things that I'm noticing a lot of quest-based packs, and it's probably a good reason why everybody's out there saying stay to the quest line, is these you tend to reach a critical point in the actual in the quest line. So for example, now I need another 12 logs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And what did I say? We were just going to do any old order with the same setup. Okay, that's fine. So we've got 4 of those, and then we're going to use those. Let's put everything back. We're going to use those. Let me just get that up. We should be able to. Oh, you're not going to work, are you? So we're going to have file, saw, soft mallet, and hammer. File, saw. Have I not got it? I think my soft mallet's in the kitchen. And again, this is where I'm kind of getting to the point where I think I need to have like a tool set, which I've set myself up with a little tool set here, and we'll get some kitchen work surface going or something. I don't know exactly how we'll do it. I know there is cooking for blockheads, but there you go. And what does that? Gives me that. And I get 3 basic Stone Age loot bags, 2 Forest Ranger or 2 hoppers. I think the 2 hoppers. I think the hoppers are going to be worth way more. If nothing else, I'll be able to sort this particular problem out, won't I? Because one of the real pains in the backside I'm having right now is with casting ingots, because I'm having to do this bit manually, which is a pain, because now, for example, bronze, I mean, it's still a pain. I still have to click it. I need to make the redstone clock for the automation of this, but at least this is a damn sight easier than that was. And I think we'll stick the other hopper away in there. Now, what do you use you for? But what do you actually output to? Blah blah blah. Hopper to keep the windmill full of items. You always have something to grind. You can use a hopper to keep the windmill full of items to process. Just remember to retrieve them from the dispensers. Okay, let me have a look. Blah blah blah. I'll look for the main block. Really do care trying to find a good place to locate a windmill. You could just build one and see, or try this fancy windsock. Paper rotors are great in low winds, wool rotors are cheap, leather rotors are durable. I had to make a combined one. Okay. Let me just... Right, you are diameter 9, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you go onto a dispenser or something? Is that what it was we needed that for? Interesting. Do you put it in the dispenser? No. Do you go to sleep and then try again in the morning? Yes. Just need to work out how this connects, and we should be pretty good. Let's just try this on there then. I don't know how you use it. Wind only. It's definitely, and I fairly thought you said this area was rather strong. What about up here? Yeah. Don't understand it. I've got a but, I mean, I don't see why that would be the way it would work, but don't suppose I have a button, do I? I do have a pressure plate, and I have a lever. That will do me. I don't think this will actually for a second work. No, it's just going to fire it. Okay, that is weird. I don't know exactly how that works. So I'm going to go and talk to my old friend Goggle and see if they've got any idea. Be back in a second. Alright, I think it's actually, looking at this, it looks to be for a later, well, not a later quest, it's available now. You're basically looking at making a windmill. For that you want 44 bricks, 100 planks, wooden door, dispenser, we've got hardened clay, 45, iron gears, hoppers, iron rings, grindstones, primitive kinetic shaft block, and the windmill block, which I haven't even looked. Yeah, it's just a lot of expense. And then it goes there and goes blah blah blah. It uses the force of wind to macerate items. It's pretty slow and won't macerate ore as well. You only get 1 crushed ore from it. However, it does give you a bonus when you try to macerate other things such as wheat and netherrack. But yes, it's probably not actually worth it to make or use. So I suspect this will be one of those good old completionist quests that I will, for now, put to one side and pretend I didn't waste all that resource on it, because that was actually quite a lot of leather and things, and it's only got a durability of 60,000, which means the windmill will actually wear out. Who knew? However, I did notice a few other things. So we have automation tier 1. These are optional tasks, so we don't need to do any of those, and I can get some glass. I can also get a loot bag or I get a steam age loot bag as well, so we'll have that. Glass, very valuable. Keep you down there. You can go up there for a second. I'm not going to get much more done this episode. My voice is deaf. Ooh, chocolate cake. Thank you. Bowl full of spaghetti. Tin. See, this is another reason why I need more cassiterite. What else? Let me have a look. Stone Age. Not unlocked anything there. I had definitely seen nothing in there. That's all done. Farming. We got the sugar canes, which gives us that. And I could make 250 shakes. 250 shakes sugar. I could. But I'm not going to do it right now. Anything else? See, this would probably be relatively easy because this is just it's bronze plate. So, but I'm not sure whether I even should be even entertaining the idea of forestry at this early stage. Let me place a chocolate sprinkle cake down, and let's open. Actually, I will. You know what? In any other play, I would be like, huh? Glass panes? Really? But it actually answers an immediate problem for me. Well, it's not a problem, but it's you know. A glaring design carbuncle on the anus of humanity, so to speak. So yeah, let me know about that windmill. Is it actually worthwhile even bothering with? Or do we just push for the steam age? And when I say push, I don't mean bum rush, I just mean, push. But unfortunately, not a huge amount more done this episode. As I say, I am struggling, to be honest, with my chest, so I'm kind of trying to make the best of the most world, take it steady, just get some content, keep it flowing while And I shouldn't have used the word flowing, not with my nose right now. Sorry. But yeah, we are starting to look a little bit more completed. Get a little smidge of that. That gives us a kind of a feel for this. Let me know any other tips. Keep them coming. They are always welcome. In all seriousness, without the tips I would have probably been dead many times over. Is that another slime over there? Rather than, I think, just the one, so died. Oh no, he's a creepy creeper. Okay. These are all harvestable again. So this is, see, to me, this is just so much easier than chopping a tree down every time. You just walk past and go pop, 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 pop. Not guaranteed, you don't necessarily get a huge amount, but we'll hopefully bonsai those trees up a little bit and get some more out of them later. Most of the other stuff in here is pretty good. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to leave this one and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye for now.